In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how I can create an interaction based on two motion capture files. We have the moving 11 as we have created in the last tutorial. We can show the source motion file, the skeleton, like that. Now I'm going to import another motion file into the scenes. This is the tricky part. Whenever you import a motion file, MotionBuilder will create a new track for that motion file. However, right now, I would like this new motion file, Motion02, to be inserted in the previous track. So I select Motion01 track and click Import. If you have done it correctly, you should be able to see the two motion file, the two skeletons, they're moving at the same time. If one of them is moving while the other one is just standing still, it's very likely that you have imported the motion into different tracks. Now it's good. Again, for the first motion, for the first skeleton, it's very distracting, so we disable the rendering of it. For a second motion file, we need to do a characterization for it. Biped. Because the joint hierarchy of this motion file is named according to the MotionBuilder standard, so I don't need to map the joint one by one. However, for other motion file you download online, you need to map the joint as I've shown you in previous tutorials. Now I'm dragging another 11. And I would like to ask the new 11 to follow the new character. We have two choices, character or character 1. This is 11. So we select character 1 because it's the second motion file. Similarly, we can disable the rendering of the skeleton. Now you can see that the two 11s, they will produce some boxing motion now at the same time. This is the kick I've adjusted in my last tutorial. I wish the second 11 to be kicked by this movement. So what I would like to do is to adjust the motion of the second 11. To do so, I select the second 11. I plug the character into the control wheel. Now I should be able to see the FK and IK controllers. As I've shown you in the last tutorial, simply rotating the wood will not help you translating and rotating the whole character, because wood is not the parent joint for the whole control system. The parent joint is only accessible using the navigators in scenes, and you'll be able to see control reference. Here you go. I wish this cake to be able to reach the second 11. So I translate the second 11 towards it. Nice. Now, I would like the second 11 to have a fallback movement, just to represent that he's being kicked. So I go to Dupe Sheets. Make sure I select the add-on animation layer, which is the layer I can edit on. The base animation layer is the layer containing the motion file movement. I select a keyframe here. I also insert another keyframe when the 11 should be able to restore his movement. And then here, I'll be able to produce a reactive movement by using IK. And right click, key at time. Good. So now the 211 appears to be fighting. I can use the model only rendering mode to see it more clearly. I'll do it once again. I wish this punch from the second 11 will be able to hit the first 11. So what I wish to do is to adjust the movement of the first 11. Here, right click, key at time. Again, the frame that he should be able to restore from the hit. And in between the two keyframes, I can move the 11 as I wish. Okay. Timing is slightly not right. I'll readjust it a bit. Now it's getting better. There's another punch in between, so I can add in another keyframe here. I'll first move it. Right click, key at time. And one more keyframe. Right click, key at time. Let's see the effect. So the first 11 is being hit twice. Okay, so notice that you can add in as many keyframes as you want. One important trick is that you use 2 keyframes before and after the editing period, such that your editing won't affect the other parts of the animation. Good. Finally, once you're very happy with the animation, it's very common that we plug the character back to the skeleton. We don't need to control it anymore, so we plug the movement back to the skeleton. And we do the same for the second 11. That's it.